here it is from DNA's Facebook page. They seek to decriminalize all entheogenic plants, fungi, natural sources such as mushrooms, cacti, iboga-containing plants, and/or extracted combinations of plants similar to ayahuasca that include indolamines, tryptamines, phenolphthalamines in the city of Ann Arbor. I'm not even sure if I'm exactly sure what indolamines, phenylalamines, or tryptamines are. But I'm pretty sure that the category tryptamines includes a chemical called dimethyltryptamine. So I'm pretty sure that dimethyltryptamine is going to be decriminalized in Ann Arbor, Michigan very soon. I went on Facebook to see if I was still banned, and I am, but I noticed that I had been invited to an event that I'm very likely not going to be able to attend. But I would like to take this opportunity to talk about the event that I've been invited to, why I'm not going to be able to attend, even though I would like to, and what the event is about. So here is the event that I was invited to. Decriminalize Nature, Ann Arbor. Yes, Ann Arbor, Michigan wants to pass the same law that was passed in Oakland to decriminalize nature, as they're calling it. Now I'm going to talk about what they want to decriminalize in just a moment, but first I would like to say that I need a sponsor. I don't have the money to buy an airplane ticket, fly to Ann Arbor, Michigan, and rent a hotel room and eat food at restaurants and stuff while I'm there. If I had the money to fly there and go to your meeting, I would. I would, in fact, fly anywhere in the world to speak out on behalf of legalizing or decriminalizing psychedelics or marijuana or basically any drug. And on the topic of drugs, I would like to talk about drugs and what drugs that Decriminalize Nature Ann Arbor, or DNA, as they're calling their organization, wants to decriminalize. So here it is from DNA's Facebook page. They seek to decriminalize all entheogenic plants, fungi, natural sources such as mushrooms, cacti, iboga-containing plants, and/or extracted combinations of plants similar to ayahuasca that include indolamines, tryptamines, phenolphthalamines in the city of Ann Arbor.
What was that?
See, that's the problem with your description, because that is exactly what most people are going to say when they hear indolamines, tryptamines, and phenylalamines. In fact, I'm not even sure if I'm exactly sure what indolamines, phenylalamines, or tryptamines are. But I'm pretty sure that the category tryptamines includes a chemical called dimethyltryptamine. So I'm pretty sure that dimethyltryptamine is going to be decriminalized in Ann Arbor, Michigan very soon. And I think that a lot of people don't actually know what dimethyltryptamine is, but I'm sure that there are more people who know what it is than who could explain to you what phenylalamines are. So I'd like to talk for just a minute about what dimethyltryptamine, or DMT for short, is. It's a psychedelic drug which, according to a lot of people's opinions, is not a drug, but much stranger. A lot of people say this, Not only this article, but a lot of people, for example, have said this in their Facebook posts. But nobody has actually really explained what this "it's not a drug" statement means. And to explain this, I'm going to have to momentarily suspend my concept of fear that anybody watching this might think I'm crazy. DMT is most likely alien bio-nanotechnology that connects a human brain telepathically to the brains of a bunch of aliens that want to share a bunch of really, really advanced scientific and mathematical information. Most people who use DMT after smoking it or getting injected with it or IV'd with it or shoving it up their ass or their nose or putting it into their body through any other method that I haven't mentioned, after their experience, basically can only describe it in one way. They saw really cool stuff. Some people will say that they saw alien technology or multi-dimensional math, but the percentage of people that will even provide that much information about what the aliens showed them is like a tiny, 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 tiny percentage. 1 second, people. There seem to be continuous distractions as I'm trying to record this video. I'm back, and did you happen to notice that there's a fly buzzing around in here too? It seems that the Matrix is rebelling against me trying to record this video. As I was saying, only a tiny little percentage of the people that actually understand a percentage of what was shown to them can actually do anything useful in our world with that information. And that is why there are so many people making really cool artwork based on what they saw. And why so many electronic music artists have produced similar sounding music. There seems to be an infinite amount of new songs that sound like the music that somebody hears while they're tripping on DMT. Anyway, you can't even call that tripping. And I'm going to explain why. It's more like connecting to the alien version of social media, like the aliens version of YouTube or something. Like, think about it. A society of telepathic aliens would create something like that for all the aliens in places that were really far away from each other to meet up and telepathically talk to each other and exchange information with like other different types of beings from other worlds or other universes. That could literally be nothing more than the aliens version of social media. And all of the pretty fractals that you see and trippy music that you hear is just like the fish hook. That is what they're flashing in front of your face to make you interested in what they are telling you. And I understand this as a YouTuber. There is no difference from the aliens showing you some pretty fractal filled with information than from me saying, hey, look at this really cool phone I have. Because once I've got you looking at this really cool phone I have, then I'm going to tell you all of the information that I have saved on this phone. I'm going to like turn it on, play music for you off of it, show you pictures off of it, and I'm going to tell you about them. But I flashed it in your face to make you like interested in looking at it in the first place. And that is what people are trying to explain, but they can't when they make statements that don't make sense, like the DMT drug is not a drug, it's something much stranger. And it's also why scientists are so interested in it, and why they're trying to recruit people who've done it before for their research studies. Look at this. They used a picture and a quote from Rick and Morty to promote their research project. Throw up! Oh my goodness. It's another distraction. Don't throw up, people. And don't worry that you're going to throw up. You do not need to have the fear of vomiting Just don't be afraid that you're going to vomit. And if you don't believe me that humans are hooking up to some kind of swarm of telepathic alien minds waiting to provide us information or wanting to provide us information, I'm going to do my best to prove it. Because I never usually talk about the things that I see on DMT because of the effect it tends to have of making people think that I'm crazy. But I'm going to describe one thing that I was shown one time, and maybe a scientist could prove whether or not it's possible, and if they prove that it is possible, maybe it might prove to you that an alien told it to me, because how else could I have possibly known this? And since I can't actually telepathically show you what I was shown, or even really draw it, I'm going to use somebody else's picture to help describe it, and with a little bit of imagination on your part, you might be able to draw it or describe it to somebody who can. So here's a picture on someone else's Facebook page. Yes, I'm back on Facebook. Not to post, but to show you some pretty artwork. Right here is some artwork that somebody did using the DMT molecule. There it is, the DMT molecule. And I'm going to use this trippy picture made up of a bunch of copies of the DMT molecule to describe what I was shown. I saw something like this, and then a bunch of the molecules joined together into something that kind of took the flower of life form, but was slightly rectangular. It had the little pieces sticking off of the side on the side. And they said that it was the answer to everything. Now, if somebody could describe what I just described to like a biochemist who was doing actual legitimate research with psychedelics in a laboratory, and they created a molecule that looked like that, and it had like really amazing properties, like it was like DMT but better in some way or something, like who knows, maybe it would be the difference between like a dial-up connection to the internet and a T1 line. That might prove that that information came to me from somebody else, maybe from an alien, because how could I have possibly known that? Anyway, I hope you enjoyed my story, even if it did make you think that I'm crazy. But that is why a lot of people actually get scared either to do DMT or after they've done it. Because it would be like if you were a caveman and somebody gave you this iPhone. Can you imagine a caveman being handed an iPhone or being shown like all the information that an iPhone could show you? Look, my mom gets so frustrated with her phone when she doesn't know how to use it that she gets angry and she throws it. That's how much technology scares somebody who's only one generation older than me. So of course, stupid humans who are like too scared to learn how to use the new iPhone are going to be scared at first to hook their brains up telepathically to aliens and receive alien technology that might be billions of years more advanced than anything in this iPhone. It might be a normal, stupid human reaction for something like that to scare a human. And if you don't understand this because you think that you're a modern human and therefore not afraid of new technology, think about getting Elon Musk's new brain implant. And if that doesn't scare you, ask like your group of friends or relatives if it would scare them. And if your brain can't conceptualize the concept that a molecule could be alien bio-nanotechnology. Imagine if they took Elon Musk's brain implant and they made it microscopically small, so small that it was only the size of one molecule. Would it still be technology then? Of course it would be. It would be bio-nanotechnology, as I just said. And Elon Musk is probably planning to do something with his brain implant just like that in the future, once they develop technology advanced enough to do so. Anyway, now that I've explained that, I have some advice for DNA, as they're calling themselves, Decriminalized Nature, Ann Arbor. My advice is, first of all, you should make sure that, like the law in Oakland, your law that you're passing decriminalizes both the plants and the drugs extracted from them. And second of all, you should explain, like a little more clearly, exactly what it is that you're trying to decriminalize, because the way you explained it will sound like just complete utter nonsense to 99% of people, as I already explained. But I do support your cause, so I am going to end this video now, and as I end this video, I am not only going to tell everybody to like this video, share this video, watch my other videos, or subscribe to my channel, I'm also going to tell everybody who feels strongly about the mission to decriminalize psychedelics, who lives near Michigan or is able to travel there, to go to this meeting and help get this mess of words that would be unpronounceable to most people decriminalized there. Bye, people.